Kia ora, everyone. Welcome back to Kiwi Real Estate Inside Out. I'm Denise, joined as always by Dr. Lee and the incredible Trish Love. It's spring, things are buzzing, and today's episode is all about digital marketing mastery for 2025. Seriously, if you missed our last talk on social media, pause and go listen. So much is connected. But let's jump in. 2025 is shaping up to be the year AI stops being this futuristic toy and just, becomes your daily coworker, right? AI tools, I'm talking ChatGPT, Gemini, Adobe Firefly, are all just everywhere, not just for big multinationals. Even our local Sparky down the street is tinkering with ChatGPT for email replies now. It's wild.
And yeah, there's a shift. AI isn't just about saving time. It's about, tailoring the experience, like hyper personalizing what we do for every single lead. There's Harvard data saying people using AI finish their work like 12% faster with 40% fewer errors, something like that. And here in NZ, we've gone from basic automation, think old school drip emails, to stuff that genuinely feels like, hey, I see you. I know you want that gray Lynn bungalow, but without being creepy or losing the Kiwi feel. Countdown, for example, with their certainty model, merged online and physical data using predictive analytics. And wham, their SEM went from typical results to outperforming their search budget by 10 times. They literally use data to target customers likely to convert in real time. It's next level.
Yeah, and I reckon the trick, especially for us in real estate, is using AI to serve, but not sound like a robot, right? Like AI chatbots booking viewings or giving pricing info is fab. But as soon as someone spells colour without the U, my Kiwi senses are tingling. We want tech that fits our audience, not something that feels flown in from Texas. Denise, you've got a story about this from eAgent NZ, don't you?
Oh, totally, Trish. I remember the first time we plugged an AI-driven CRM into our workflow. I'm slightly embarrassed to admit it took me way too long to trust it. But let me tell you, it saved us, 5 to 10 hours a week just on routine stuff. But there was a learning curve. If you let it drive, your email voice risks going from local friendly to dear valued customer. And nobody in New Zealand wants to be a valued customer. They want to be called by their name. I had to go in and re-Kiwiify our comms, adding those colloquialisms, little bits of local culture, so it didn't feel like an algorithm from somewhere in Arlington was writing for us. That balance is huge.
Exactly. AI is an e-bike for the mind, as someone put it. But you still need to steer. For agents listening, seriously, blend those efficiencies with your Kiwi brand and you'll stand out. Or end up sounding like a bot made by NASA on a flat white binge. Not the look.
And where all that customization's headed, honestly, is video, video, video. If you're not on TikTok, Insta Reels, or at least YouTube Shorts, what are you even doing? Back in the day, it was all text listings and glossy brochures. Now my phone is full of agents doing walkthroughs with their dog in tow, and people absolutely love it. It's raw, it's real, and it works. Kiwis don't want perfection. They want a peek behind the scenes. That applies to brands too. Look at Whittaker's or Allbirds, casually showing their team mucking around in the office or talking about their process. That's what people want to see.
The numbers are wild too. Short-form videos engagement in New Zealand outpaces pretty much everything else. And let's be honest, it's way more fun to shoot a 15-second clip than write a blog post sometimes. But there's a bigger shift happening in how people search for what they want. Gen Z, millennials, they aren't going to Google for best house in Mount Eden. They're typing, or rather speaking, into TikTok or Instagram, or even just asking Siri. That means if your content isn't optimized for those platforms, you might as well be standing at a roundabout with a sign.
Yeah, I always trip over this. So it's called Ask Engine Optimization now, AEO instead of SEO. You need to answer questions like a human, not just stuff keywords onto your website. And it keeps getting more fragmented. TikTok SEO. Who even saw that coming? But here we are.
I tried going live during an open home last month, right? Just me, the house, a bit of banter, my camera halfway fallen over, and suddenly more folks hop in the comments than actually rocked up in person. Total win. I booked 2 new appraisals just from those 10 minutes. Proof that behind the scenes and genuine moments matter more than slick editing, especially here. The Panasonic NZ Renotok campaign's proof too. 16 million views just by handing the mic to real Kiwi renovators on TikTok. That's the audience we're after.
The big lesson? Don't worry about being perfect. Get the core message, answer questions, keep it authentic, and adapt it for everywhere. Repurpose a video for Shorts, Reels, LinkedIn. Meet people where they are searching. That's digital marketing in 2025.
Let's stick with that realness for a minute. The old brand first, community second playbook, leave it in 2019. 2025 is about nurturing your local crew, building little regional tribes. Kiwis are, I think, pretty allergic to faceless big brand hype. They want to hang with their people, not just be talked at. So we're seeing more brands building spaces, private Facebook groups, local LinkedIn threads, even Reddit NZ popping off, for actual two-way chatter, not just megaphone stuff.
Yep, and honestly, the power is in those micro communities. I was reading about ASD Dads, the grassroots group for Māori and Pacifica fathers of children with autism. Started with one parent wanting a space, and now it's a full-on national movement with events, support, cultural hooks, all the stuff mainstream marketers can't fake. Their success? Not from ad spend, but by simply connecting people who needed it. In real estate, building those little local circles, Birkenhead Parents Club or Grey Lynn Gardeners, is what gets you organic referrals, loyalty, sometimes even lifelong friends.
I'll jump in here. Community's always been core to our business, even back in the States. I used to run agent breakfast clubs, then Zoom groups here during lockdown. It's not about flogging the next listing. It's about being helpful and human. It's how we grew eAgent NZ, by focusing on small, passionate groups who spread the message far wider than any paid ad could. That, paired now with all this tech, is the secret to sustainable business growth, hands down.
Honestly, if you're in real estate or any local business, don't look for mass engagement. Look for the right engagement. Niche, dedicated, and true to your patch. That's where the magic happens every time.
That brings us neatly to something so many marketers overseas miss: tying what you do to actual purpose, sustainability, and a sense of place. Kiwis can spot greenwashing and fake virtue signals a mile off, eh? They want real action, real proof.
Exactly. Local brands doing this well, Whitaker's with their peanut slab gold ticket hunt, celebrating 75 years of Kiwi heritage, is one. They wove in nostalgia, fun, and community. Another campaign that sticks in my mind is the Herpes Foundation's Best Place to Have Herpes. Wildly brave, but it worked. Local humor, candidness, tied to a social issue. The reach on these is massive, but it's the authenticity and local connection that cause people to get involved, not just click like and move on.
And let's not forget, sustainability is more than just sticking a green logo on your ad. Kantar data shows nearly half of NZers actually check for genuine sustainability credentials. Toy2 EnviroCare certification, local sourcing, even how you communicate your carbon footprint. People notice that, especially in property. If you're pitching a home with double glazing or a rainwater tank, shout about it, but only if it's real. Nothing worse than getting called out for eco-fabrication.
Exactly. If you're an agent, get in the habit of showcasing what's local and sustainable. Feature community gardens, solar installs, or even support local charities in your listing videos or open homes. Make your marketing an extension of your values. Not performative, just honest. That builds trust faster than any discount commission ever will.
So let's wrap up with something that kind of underpins all these trends, combining everything into seamless omni-channel journeys. Social, search, email, in-app shopping, they're all connected now. Kiwis expect to click from a TikTok to your website to your booking page with zero friction if you want to win.
Absolutely. And with mobile use up over 70%, if your website isn't mobile first and loading fast, you're basically invisible to half the market. Google's core web vitals matter more than ever. Things like site speed and responsiveness aren't just nice to haves. They make the difference between a new lead and a bounce.
It all comes down to technical basics, doesn't it? Schema markups, privacy compliance under the NZ Privacy Act, the not so glamorous but essential stuff. I always tell people, set up your Google My Business profile right or risk being missed by local search entirely. Denise, you recently did a technical overhaul at eAgent NZ, didn't you?
We did. Honestly, even after years in the game, giving our site a refresh, improving load times, and making sure signups were a breeze led to a noticeable uptick in lead quality and more inquiries that actually converted. But be warned, keep an eye on mobile UX and don't skimp on privacy compliance. That's where people trip up, especially with all these free plugins floating around. Fundamentals first, then get creative.
Couldn't agree more. Nail those basics, then layer the fun stuff. Video, community, AI on top. That's the stack you need for 2025 and beyond.
That's a wrap, I reckon. We've covered a lot, from AI to authenticity, short-form video, local values, omni-channel setups. Whew! Any final thoughts, you two?
Just don't be afraid to try, tweak, and ask for help. Marketing here works best when you're connected to your community and not afraid to experiment. And hey, keep in touch. Next episode, we'll be tackling the ins and outs of building your professional presence for 2026. Lee, Trish, thanks as always. Been a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. Thanks everyone for listening. Denise, Trish, I'll see you at the next coffee-fueled brainstorm. Kakite.
See you, everyone. Keep it real. Keep it Kiwi. Bye for now.